Yeah. Check out Cree Ninja MMA.
What's up, guys? This is a nice little shout out by VV May, Mei Yamaguchi. Really cool Japanese fighter, fighting for one championship. Good stuff. But now let's get back into the nitty gritty. This is super late little breakdown here. I'm just going to go really quick. I don't always say that. I'm not going to. I'm going to try to rant, but I'm not going to try to rant, but I am going to rant. Hopefully there's enough time to get some bets in. I'm going to talk about this, guys. I'm going to talk about some bets I got going and some, all that good stuff. So I'm not going to break down every fight, so in depth, because if we watch a lot of tape, we all kind of know this is a kind of, we all know the narrative of these fights, right? Like, look, let's talk about this. Carlos Felipe versus Jake Collier. Man, oh man, what a fight. These two guys, man, you know what I'm talking about? It's just like that typical kind of a heavyweight, in the parking lot of Walmart, kind of slang and banging kind of style. But the thing is, that's what we think. But Felipe, his hands are good, his cardio is good. He's not just gonna throw with a bunch of random haymakers and pray they knock the guy out. He has power, but in the heavyweight division, it's more like a volume striker, right? Jay Collier, man, what can be said? This guy, man, I always forget that he used to fight at 185. Like, go back and watch his earlier fights and stuff. Go watch this stuff. Like, he's actually like, he's like a in shape 185, a middleweight. He's got the six pack and everything. Completely different. Like, damn, what happened, man? Looks like he just started doing playing some MMORPGs. Drinking a bunch of Mountain Dew and said, you know what? I'm not going to try to get athletic, and if I'm just going to be a heavyweight, I'll just use some power to get these guys out. But yeah, it just sucks, man. I think with this fight, it's tough. I mean, obviously, Felipe is he's a favorite for a reason. I do feel like I think Collier just wilts under pressure. We've seen it a lot, and this is going to be a fight on the feet, right? We're going to see maybe they clinch up a little bit. I just feel like I said, Collier's going to wilt under pressure. And Felipe is probably going to use his pressure and good boxing to win, probably get a decision. So that's a nice little prop there. I mean, in the heavyweight division, right, we always think it always takes that one shot. I mean, they're still big guys, right? It could happen, but I think for the most part, yeah, we'll just we'll see him probably see Felipe kind of wilt and pressure, but last, and Felipe get that win, and then going on next versus Luigi Vendramini. So. Now with this one, I saw some people talking about Luigi. Looking back on tape, I remember Ferris. I'm kind of siding Ferris, not gonna lie. I understand people taking Luigi. I don't have a bet on this one, not gonna lie. Coming out of France, tall, lean guy, some good kickboxing and stuff. But yeah, I just I'm not honest. I don't really have a dog in this fight. I am siding with ZM, but I wouldn't be surprised if Luigi maybe gets it. Not really touching this one, guys. So let me know if you are. But going on next. Sorry, that's just random, right? I watched tape and I was kind of like, meh. I was like watching the tape. I was like, I don't have like a dog in this, like I said. So I do hear some people taking Luigi, but I'm just not so invested in this fight to where I'm gonna be confident putting money in it. But yeah, going on, Steven Peterson versus Chase Hooper. I mean, look, everyone knows Steven Peterson's a favorite for the reason. I mean, he's not a guy that I'm a fan of his. I remember watching his stuff. Of course, he got that nice spinning back fist. I think. The thing with Peterson, I mean, he's pretty well-rounded. You know what I mean? He mostly just wants to kind of stand and bang, I think. But he's got moments of brilliance. He's not afraid to. He has heart, is what I want to say. Okay, that's the main thing that really stood out for me from rewatching tape and stuff. And I remember, when he lost to Brandon Davis. I'm just two guys. That was a nice fight because both kind of similar level, but just Brandon Davis kind of edging it out. They kind of want to make it like a Muay Thai kind of striking match. Of course, he lost to Alex Caceres. So did Hooper as well. And I just feel like. But yeah, and it's for a good reason, right? I mean, Alex Caceres, look, Steven Peterson's not the biggest guy for the division. I mean, 5'10", he missed weight too, so he's gonna be heavier. He's forfeiting 20% of his purse. And he's fine. He's like, nah, fuck it, just kind of like that fuck it attitude. He's got the damn, Superman tattoo on his chest, but anyway, so he's gonna, Luis Pena, Alex Caceres, these guys, these long, rangy guys are gonna be bigger, gonna be able to use some striking, just keep him at bay. He's not gonna be able to get in. And you know what I mean? So it's just, Brandon Davis, even like with toughness, going to keep going. Just, Chase Hooper doesn't have that. We all know the story. Like, Chase Hooper needs to put down those M&Ms, stop cuddling the kittens and stuff, and just, get the protein shakes to do the strength and conditioning, I mean, hey, who am I to tell a pro fighter what to do with his body? But, I just feel like, yeah, I mean, he's young, he's still coming into it. I mean, I think maybe, we'll think, okay, maybe Hooper will be losing on the feet and eventually get a trip and take him and be able to submit him. But I don't think so. I mean, he kind of lacks the physicality, really gets to the ground. I think, Peterson, man, Steven Peterson, I mean, he's well-rounded. It's not like, I don't think he's going to be so easily taken down and submitted. I think he's going to be wise to that game. I think, probably Steven Peterson's probably going to get a decision win. But, I mean, who knows? Maybe get some TKO, get some punches, when Hooper's trying to get him down, when he's looking for submission, maybe Steven Peterson just keeps landing some ground and pound. But yeah, the pick is Steven Peterson. I mean, I think you could bet on that. I know some people are. It's a good one. Matt Frevola versus Terrence McKinney. Man, this as with most fighters, there's a lot of they face adversity, overcome it. Terrence McKinney, man, that's crazy, that story, right? I mean, like 5 years ago, he was just like, what was that? He was like high on shrooms and LSD and stuff, and then like he got tased by the cops. Like, what the hell? Like, died twice or something? My God. And now he's back. He's living the dream. He overcame it. So, I mean, yeah, Matt Frevola versus Terrence McKinney. I think they're UFC's kind of setting up McKinney to have this comeback story, maybe. I'm not sure, but I think they're both good fighters. Rewatching tape, I was kind of like, I wonder who's gonna win. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm just going with McKinney, but I'm not betting it. Okay, I don't have a bet on this. So let me know what you guys think about this. When I was rewatching tape, and I was kind of like, I don't know. I think McKinney could get it done. He's got that perseverance. I mean, yeah, he'll fight for your money, I think. But yeah, I'm not too heavily invested as far as from a betting perspective. But yeah, Penny Kianzad versus Alex Davis is different. Now, I like Penny Kianzad. I've been a fan of. I think she's improving. She always shows up. She doesn't really have like really bad off performances. I think she got some crisp boxing. She'll probably keep it on the feet. Good output, good cardio. Which a lot of these women do. And I think, honestly, guys, Penny Kianzad by decision. That's the play. And I think, like I said, I've been talking about this fight a lot, talking to different people, and I've been just rewatching tape. And I think, man, I think a lot of the over/under props are good. I think the over 1.5. I'm telling you guys, this is one. Shout out to there's a really good guy on Instagram. Here we go MMA. That guy's I see his stuff and I like it because whenever I'm watching stuff, rewatching tape, I'm thinking these things. I'm like, this could go over/under. And I talk to he's cool, man. You hit him up on Instagram, you talk to him. He's like, his picks are good because I feel like I side with a lot of them. Like, this guy's seeing the same thing I am. If someone sees something you want to hear, I mean, you want to have too many voices in your head drowning out your own opinion or what you see. But it's kind of nice to hear a little input, especially maybe just, I don't know, maybe because I'm stubborn, but I like to, whenever I see someone going the same way I am, I'm like, yes, this makes me more confident in my pick. But yeah, Penny Kianzad I think Alex Davis is good. She's a good fighter and everything. But I think Kianzad will be able to kind of avoid the grappling and just keep it on the feet. I think she'll be able to kind of outpoint her. Just just have the crisper hands, man. But yeah, so Kianzad, I think over 1.5. Also, this one says if you want to parlay that's safe. I think it's pretty safe. Women's MMA, right? And good output and all that. But yeah, Hakeem Dawodu versus Movsar Evloev. I'm really looking forward to this fight, man. It's one of my most anticipated fights. It's gonna be fun. I'm really high. I mean, everyone's high on Evloev for a reason. I mean, going watch his tape. I mean, I've been a fan of him, and just really good stuff, man. I think Dawodu. I like Dawodu. Okay, here's the thing. Just like what I mentioned in my previous video, with Zalal, I'm a fan of theirs, and I am pretty good. I've had success with picking with and against them. In other words, I think I have a pretty decent read on when to kind of fade them or when to bet on them. And just like Zalal, I liked Zalal, but I thought, it was a bad matchup with Woodson, and sure enough, he gets it. And the over 1.5 was, money on that. I got that. So this one here, guys, Dawodu versus most of our Evloev. I do think that again, it's like 1.5. The over 1.5 rounds is good. Evloev, I'm high on him. He's got the good wrestling, and he showed his striking as well. Even in previous organizations, when you watch, when he's fighting in previous organizations, from years ago, he shows it. He's always had these skills. He was not afraid to throw on the feet. I'm liking it's good. He'll throw the high kick out of nowhere. He strikes. It's kind of like, I mean, I know it's kind of a cliche comparison, but he kind of reminds me of like Khabib Light in that he uses the striking to set up. He's okay to throw with heat because he knows he can try to get to the ground. He's very, he doesn't really care about having his knockout power trying to hurt you with that. But he will have output. He'll get you down. It's just the transitions on the ground too. The way even if you get in a bad position, the way he twists out of it, man, really good. Good athleticism, also really good skill-wise. He knows what to do. He knows how to place himself. Dawodu, I like Dawodu. He's got, that kind of Muay Thai style. me and Hakeem, right? He always had that sour expression on his face, and I like him. Listen, I took him against when he fought Tukagov. I mean, a lot of people were on him, and I was like, no, I think Dawodu would get it. We stylistic matchup. Tukagov was too happy to stay on the feet, and of course, a big part of that, Dawodu was really successful with the leg kicks and the body shots. Kind of paid dividends, man. You see, that's why Tukagov was like slow. He couldn't really get his game going, and that's why Hakeem was like kind of yelling, like, come on, man, let's sit right here. And Tukagov's like, no, I don't want to do that. I'm just gonna keep walking away. And yeah, me and Hakeem just very stationary though. We would plant his feet, try to land with power, but good calf kicks. His takedown defense is solid, man. If someone gets ready to get a single leg on him, he won't. His output's kind of sometimes lacking a little bit. But I like that he mixes up. He'll go for leg kicks, and then he'll go for a high kick as well. Go to the body. He'll go the 1-2 upstairs. It's just that he doesn't really put them all together. It's the fact he'll kind of he'll plant his feet. He'll reset. He'll kind of like hit you with the leg kicks. Okay, and kind of plod forward. Okay, go to the body. Plod forward. Okay, when you try to punch at him, he'll kind of lean back. I just think stylistic. I think Evloev will probably get a decision win over him. I think the over 1.5 is the play on this, guys. You want to parlay that. Anyway, sorry. Lauren Murphy versus Joan Calderwood. I'm actually kind of going with Murphy here. I think both girls are good fighters. It's a good matchup, man. But I think Murphy. Again, I don't know. I don't want to go with the theme here of like, overcoming adversity. But she also is herself, doing drugs, stuff like addicted to pills and all that, and just kind of overcoming that. I just think a lot of these fighters though, they're just look. If you're in that cage, you're tough. I mean, we all know you're tough, okay? But yeah, she's got some good wins too. She beat Modafferi, but obviously Modafferi, lacking on the feet, on the with the striking ability and stuff. Andrea Lee, Mara Varela, yeah. She got that rear naked choke against Shakirova, Lilia Shakirova. Yeah, but I think she's in good shape. I think she'll be the physically stronger of the two. I'm not saying as far as striking though. I mean, losing to Cesaro Eubanks. I understand it's not a good look, but and of course Caitlin Chukagian, of course, is gonna outpoint you. But yeah, I just feel I don't know. I haven't really bet this one. I don't really have a dog in it necessarily, but I am just kind of leaning Murphy after rewatching tape. I think like I said, Joan Calderwood is good, but JoJo, this is good. She's got some good wins. She beat Lipsky, but then again, Ariane Lipsky. I don't want to talk too much crap about her, but she should be beating like the Lipskys. She also beat Andrea Lee as well. Lost to Jennifer Maia, but via armbar, And I think, I feel like this will go to decision. I think like the over 1.5 is good for here too, but I don't have a bet on it. I think Lauren Murphy will be able to maybe just win, get some control time on the ground, use her physical strength to kind of maybe keep her down. But yeah, that's my pick. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Eric Anders versus Darren Stewart. I am going with Eric Anders. This is a rematch. Darren Stewart, I think, does get hit. Eric Anders, another thing with the overcoming, right? What he was talking about, like, man, I don't know. I'm just gonna keep chewing you guys' ear off. Just keep, hammering his home, beating a dead horse. I do think, he has a, he comes to that athletic background. I think he is learning on the job, but he's getting better. I think his athleticism is good. His striking is looking improved. He goes for it. I'm a fan of Eric Anders, and I think he will get it done. I'm wondering though if this is the TKO. Maybe not go the distance. That could be a good one. Maybe Eric Anders by KO, TKO, but just by stoppage. Or maybe just the fact that he go with not go the distance. I don't see Darren Stewart really. I think he's gonna get hurt. Eric Anders shouldn't have landed that damn that knee to the down opponent. I think he won't make the same mistake again. I think he knows he was gonna mind his P's and Q's. Come here and focus, and he'll get the job done. Drew Dober versus Brad Riddell, man. I'm really looking forward to this one too. Drew Dober, dude. It's funny. I was going back and forth in my head, and I rewatched tape. I'm liking it. I do think, I'm kind of leaning Drew Dober now after rewatching tape and stuff. But I don't know. It's tough. I keep going back and forth. I think Brad Riddell, he does get hit. He has. Of course, he's like, legit kickboxing. Obviously, when he goes for it, when he has that pressure, when he goes and when he lets the hands go, you can see it. The way he throws it's different, man. It's nice. But Drew Dober is very patient. That's the thing that really stood up for me. It doesn't matter. Look, he had that upset against Nasrat, and the reason why is because he doesn't mind if you're getting a firefight. He's okay with it. He likes, and he even said in interviews like he likes those kind of like it's like a Rocky movie, right? If it's just so one sided, it's not so entertaining. But when he's get these like wars, these fight of the nights, that's what he likes, and it's entertaining, and he kind of thrives in that because he doesn't really take the bait. In other words, when someone's kind of throwing with heat, he doesn't really get sloppy. He uses Muay Thai, gets in there. The jab's not bad too for a Muay Thai. Muay Thai typically don't use the jab, but he'll kind of go in there. He'll get that 1-2. He'll look for it. The hooks are nice. Yeah, I like it. He throws with some power. Braderdale, though, of course, like no joke. And Braderdale, it's not like he has terrible takedown defense. He'll start fighting it off. I do think Dober would just. I am leaning him here, but I wouldn't be surprised either way. To be honest with you, if Braderdale gets knocked out, or Dober, either one of these. I think maybe does not go the distance is a good bet here, maybe, because I don't know. But I mean, who knows? Maybe they'll just see a drawn out slugfest. Neither one's gonna back down. But yeah, I am leaning Dober, but man, I don't know. Both these guys are gonna be throwing heat, so you can't be overly confident. Let me know what you guys are gonna bet on that one, guys. Paul Craig versus Jamal Hill. Man, Jamal Hill's a big favorite for a reason. I am a fan of his. Just slick, man. Really slick on the feet. I like it. He's another one too, kind of similar to Dober in that he'll pick his shots. He come in there bad intentions, pick his shots. Paul Craig, man, I like him. I'm a fan of his too, but I mean, look, we all know the story of his, right? He's just not looking so good on the feet. I mean, being like the fight against Shogun Rua, I mean, look, you should beat Shogun Rua, right? He wants to let the hand go a little bit sloppy. He wants to get the sub, right? I mean, what he needs to do is mind his P's and Q's, try to get this to the ground as soon as possible. I just don't think it's going to be that easy against Hill. Hill's also a big guy. He's going to pick his shots, you know what I mean? I like it, man, the way he kind of resets, the way he mixes it up, get that plum clinch, that kind of looks like a little plum clinch there, and kind of underneath the body, he'll go for it. And in the hands up top, man, he's doing nice boxing. I really like his striking. I like his approach to it. I think he's very calculated. So I do feel like does not go the distance is a good bet here, guys. Damian Maia versus Belal Muhammad. I mean, look, we all know. I mean, Damian Maia's tough to go for. I mean, look, he'll get on you if he can backpack Muhammad. Maybe he's a tall lane guy, but there was not in the stare down. There was not so much of a height difference. Not as much as you would think. Damian Maia is pretty big for the weight class, but he's up in age. We all like Damian Maia, right? Obviously, when you think of legit BJJ practitioners in the UFC, Maia's on that list. I mean, he's on the top 10 guy, right? It's really great. Belal Muhammad, I think he will have that nice output, the cardio, he'll keep going. I think he'll be able to get a decision, man. I think, I do feel that. I mean, I'm sorry, but everyone's saying that, I believe, but when I was watching tape, and even before we watched tape, I was like, in my head, we all kind of know. We know the narrative of these guys. We're fans of these guys. We know what's going to happen. I had it in my head, how this fight's going to go off. Rewatched some tape. Yep, I'm not seeing anything to really change my mind. I do think Belal gets it, but hey, it'd be cool. Maybe Damian Maia gets on his back, becomes a backpack as he is, and maybe gets subs him. But yeah, I don't know, man. This one I could see going over 1.5. I think Belal will outlast. He typically does like to kind of pressure him and keep it standing. So I think over 1.5 could be good here. If you want to like put that in a little parlay or whatnot, I just wouldn't go too crazy. But Leonardo Edwards versus Nate Diaz. Man, Horde Diaz, man. You know what? Hey, man, what if I put on I have Nate Diaz shirt. I'll put that shit on and I'll watch him lose. I don't care. Nate Diaz, dude, we all a fan of it. We all knew it. Okay, heart says Diaz, brain says Leon Edwards. But, Edwards, you know what I mean? Tough guy, man. Came from a tough background, right? Came from Jamaica, moved to the UK. Father got apparently, killed in doing drugs or something. It's messed up in the UK. It just... He comes from adversity, but so Nate Diaz does as well. These are two warriors that kind of come out. We all know, look, Nate Diaz, this is the narrative, right? Nate Diaz, right, got that scar tissue, he's going to get bladed up. Leon Edwards in the face-off obviously look like the bigger guy he is. Nate Diaz, kind of balloons up to 170. It's not hard for him to make that weight, obviously. I mean, it should be like more like a 165, maybe 160 kind of weight class. He's kind of one of the people that we think of when we talk about the UFC perhaps adding more weight classes, not just having 155 or 170, you know what I mean? It's just like, if you're in that, kind of mid-range there, it's like, no, there's no 160, no 165, come on. But anyway, yeah, Leon Edwards, like we all know, I mean, looks legit everywhere. I just think the play on this is going to be like, maybe over 1.5, I think Nate Diaz is really tough, man, Ward Diaz, but another thing too is like maybe fight does not go the distance just because we could see some stoppage, maybe a technical TKO or stoppage. And we all think what's going to happen, like Masvidal, they're going to be fighting, kickboxing. Nate Diaz will have his moments, but the harder shots, the more impactful shots can be landed by his opponent, just as they were, just like Masvidal's landing him. I think Edwards got that nice elbow in the clinch. He'll land that elbow. He's mean, man. He's good. He'll land some pop in his shots. So I think eventually he'll start becoming a bloody mess. Maybe he gets called. Maybe he gets a TKO. I think Nate Diaz won't go out. He's not going to be like stunned or KO'd, but I mean, I think doctor stoppage. Maybe or maybe the ref just calls it from seeing too much. But I think it's tough. Hey, whatever. If you want to, big Diaz fan, you want to sprinkle a tiny bit, maybe like half a unit or something on Diaz by sub. Who knows? I don't know. I mean, just if you want to do crazy, but I mean, just enjoy as a fan. Maybe put the prop like doesn't go distance or the over 1.5 because it's so tough. But yeah, man, it'll be fun. Davis Figueiredo versus Brandon Moreno. Wait, what a fun one. Davis Figueiredo looked terrible on the scales, but he often does. And of course, we think, okay, the weight cuts they get worse. All they are. Hey, shout out also to another good guy on Instagram, Jewish Better. That guy's good. He's got some good takes. Really knows his stuff as well. I like, some people I like to, when I see stuff, I try to relay it, talk to these guys. And when I hear things, when I hear like knowledgeable people, I think, all right, this guy knows his stuff. Oh, this is good. I kind of, like I said, I like getting opinions. We should all be sharing opinions, guys. Do your own research, share opinions. But anyway, yeah. I'm shouting all kinds of people out, man. A lot of good stuff. There's a good community on, go on Instagram. But anyway, so I think, man, we all know the story of this. Look at the first fight win. I think Brandon Moreno, it was good. It's back and forth. I think Davis Figueiredo, there's some holes. He has his hands down, but he does it to kind of bait you. Moreno's though, he's got some nice length. Got the boxing. I mean, I'm been a fan of Moreno. He got cut from the UFC. When he came back, I was really high up on him. He was underdog, and you can bet on him. He'll fight for your money. He's got that Mexican spirit, man, that style. It's like Diaz. You know what I mean? When you got some Mexican blood in you, shout out. But anyway, yeah, I do feel like, though, the thing is, if people are counting it out, I am leaning Figueiredo here. I just think, yeah, people talking about upsets on this card. Like, there's so many favorites. If someone's going to be upset, I think Moreno, maybe he could possibly get it done. I just, maybe if you're high, maybe a sprinkle. Just put a sprinkle on there. I do feel like, obviously, like, this fight going over 1.5 probably will happen. I know Figueiredo says he wants to take his head off. Easier said than done. Moreno's got a hell of a chin. He's got the cardio. He's going to keep going. And he's slick to it. I did think Figueiredo obviously won the last fight, but I think, the groin shot got that point taken away from him, and maybe some biased commentary, you know what I mean? Joe Rogan, sometimes a little biased, maybe, but, I think Figueiredo does get it done. We'll see. I think he'll probably rehydrate, he'll be fine, and we'll see a nice reward there. I think this does go over 1.5, though. I don't know if it gets closer than that, but doesn't go the distance. That's a nice one, too. Maybe if you want to parlay that as well. Let me know what you guys think. Now we're finding the main one, my friends. It's Adesanya versus Marvin Vettori. What has not been said about this fight? Izzy's a big favorite for the reason. Marvin Vettori, think, okay, he got close. He's got a split decision against him, but maybe he can use the wrestling. I do think Izzy's kind of, he knows his game, though. It's just different, though. Marvin Vettori, not going to be like Jan Blachowicz. He's not going to, both these guys came in under the 185 limit, so... Right? Yeah. So I just feel like, Marvin Vettori, he's good. I think his skills are good against people that are legit. These lanky guys that have reach, have advantage over like Roberts. I remember back like rewatching tape of his. I think he knows what he needs to do. Okay, he doesn't always often land those big shots. He wants to kind of like be aggressive, pressure you, get you down, basically. Kind of grind out decisions. He's wrestling, and that's obviously his best bet. If he can mix in the takedowns, at least threaten them a little bit, I think, Izzy's going to be wise to it. He's going to, he always does that, he likes to use that first round, fill it out, thrusting his hip, acting like he's going to kick you, see how you react. I do, and that leg kick, man, I think that leg kick's going to be money. He's going to use that. It's like a rangy attack with low consequence, because Vettori's not going to be overreaching and making him suffer with a jab for it. He's going to eat those leg kicks, and look at what happened to him. Paulo Costa, just like that, getting those leg kicks all that first round. And I do think, this one, man, it's so tough. Obviously Izzy's a pick here, but, it's anything can happen. I feel like the prop, if you want to put that, I've been back and forth. Maybe it doesn't go to the decision. Even that, I tell you, man, it's 5 rounds, right? So, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of time to not get knocked out. I think eventually you could find that chin. So, I think eventually maybe it does not go the distance is a good one, I think, for this. But my pick is Izzy. Guys, a little bit long-winded, ranting. I think, I gave you some picks out there. Hopefully you can use that information. Maybe if you haven't made your bets yet, it's late, but, there's time. But let me know what you guys think, man. Let me know just comment on what you think about this fight. What's going to happen, any props, any bets who you're taking. And so like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Share this, I'm going to try to have more content out, man. Been busy, but yeah. Peace, guys. Peace. Peace out.